So I've had, cases where clients have come in and said, well, the insurance company provided me with a list of these 3 doctors. And so I got to choose one. And now that doctor is telling me after, taking my temperature and doing an x-ray that I'm ready to go back to work. Actually, just yesterday, I had a case where we signed a client up where he came in and said basically that he had that situation happen to him. He was provided a list of 3 doctors by the employer and chose one of the doctors. He then went to that doctor. The doctor took an x-ray and told him, I think you're fine to go back to work. He explained to the doctor, Doc, I really can't walk. I mean, I'm having problems with my knee. I know it doesn't show any broken bones, but I really can't walk. And he said, the doctor said, oh, you'll be fine to go back to work. Sent him back to work, and he was re-injured, almost immediately. And then the client actually came in and thought that he had made his choice of physician. I said, no. They can't give you 3 doctors and tell you pick one. You have a right to pick any doctor that will accept workers' compensation, sort of rates there. And, it was just really disturbing to me because this was a situation where the insurance company and the employer's negligence in not necessarily giving our client all the information up front caused him to be re-injured when he legitimately wanted to go back to work. In those situations, I feel like it is where we need to step in and get everything cleared up. And those are the situations those are the cases that I really like taking on.
Right. Well, I mean, what's the whole point of the system? The whole point of the system is for injured workers to get the medical treatment that they need. So they need to pick the doctor that is looking out for their best interest. Not to say that doctors are beholden to a particular industry or company
Some of them are.
or what have you. But yeah, you do have to look at where is this doctor's business coming from? Mm-hmm. How did this doctor, how did I get directed to this doctor? Why did I get directed to this doctor? And I've seen that people don't realize that they start treating with the company doctor, particularly when they have the more serious injuries. They go mm-hmm. in and they need to keep going in, and then they get locked in to that company doctor, so to speak, and they can't change. And I had a case 2 days ago where the individual came in, and he was hurt. He was a contractor, and he blew out his knee, mm-hmm. and he went to basically what you would call a company doctor. Doctor didn't give him any work restrictions. All right, so this is a guy that works with his hands, climbs on ladders, digs ditches and all that kind of good stuff with a busted up knee, and the same thing. Oh, you can go back to work. And the problem is he had treated with this doctor so long that it was going to be difficult for us to get him to a doctor that I felt would better represent his long-term interest. Because the way the law is set up, as you know, once you start treating with somebody, even if you haven't signed that choice of physician form, you get locked in, you get stuck with them. So that's a huge issue.
Yeah, I agree. And I also feel like, you have to be careful because you want to make sure when you're making a selection of which doctor you want to treat with, you want to make sure that that particular doctor has agreed to accept the workers' comp rate, because it's similar to an insurance rate. You have some doctors who, once they agree to treat you, then when they're getting paid, and they're getting paid according to the fee schedule, they're like, wait a minute, I didn't agree to this. And then another thing you want to make sure with your choice of physician is that your physician staff or physician, his or herself, is prepared to properly, put the forms together that request the treatment.
Right.
I mean, a lot of times doctors are very, very good doctors in any field or specialty, and they may come highly recommended, but they are not familiar with navigating this workers' compensation system and maze that requires the special paperwork from the doctors.
I mean, at Mitchell & Associates, we've seen too many good people get hurt by a flawed workers' comp system.
So we make it our mission to get you all the benefits you deserve.
It doesn't cost anything to ask us questions.
We'll provide an assessment of your case for free. Too hurt to work? Call us.